before we get to the showdown between Curse and Cognitive Gaming, I want to talk to you guys about the fight between Cloud9 and Fnatic. And it wasn't really a fight, I gotta say, over those two games. And I gotta commend you, Trevor, because you called it straight from the beginning.
Freedom and apple pie is back. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And I don't know, just coming into this, I've been talking to a lot of casters and a lot of the guys behind the scenes. I just felt that in this matchup, Cloud9 wanted the win more. You know, going into IEM Cologne, Fnatic and Gambit, they wanted to smash Cloud9 CLG. The hunger was there. And you've seen a Fnatic collapse under Gambit. And in this match, same story. Fnatic, they didn't look in shape. They didn't look like the team that we're used to seeing. And I wonder if it's adapting to 3.14. We were talking about this on stage. Fnatic, when they get to the mid-game, they tend to like to find picks, find opportunities, create a Fnatic death bush and kill someone. And they never got to that point because Cloud9 just steamrolled over them.
How much of that might be related to division changes as well, that they just have to try and work around that more now?
I definitely think warding is part of it. And I think their champion choice is another part of it. You know, Benny was highlighting in game one that the Olaf pick didn't help Renekton get a leg up early on. And that could have been a way to, you know, change the job around, swap out that Olaf in the jungle for a Lee Sin, or you were even saying that Maokai would have worked.
Yeah, so, well, I wouldn't like recommend picking Maokai, but I'm saying when they did pick the Renekton pick, like it's solely to bully Casson. And once Casson, if he just stays even in XP and like gets to level 6, he should be perfectly fine, which you saw where as soon as he was 6, he roamed the lane and he got 2 kills because of that. So, like, instead of like a Ghost Olaf, I would have recommended like something like a Lee Sin that could just jump on a Renekton, essentially jump on a Casson, lock him down, and kill him before 6, and that would have like completely punished him.
Talk to me a little bit about what you've seen from Cloud9 as a team, because they seem to rotate well, effectively, and they seem to make good decisions about which fights to pick and which ones not to get involved in.
Yeah, like for example, a good rotation would be right after they got a kill bottom. I believe it was like Lemon initiated onto Yellowstar, and then Meteos came down. Like that put the pressure against like Fnatic's bot lane. And then you randomly saw Cyanide in the red jungle of Meteos, and he got caught out and he died. And that not only did he die, but C9 got a free dragon because of that. And just because of that, like a lot of the gold and just map control went into C9's hands.
If we maybe look a little bit closer to individual performances, when we talk about Fnatic, we inevitably have to talk about Reckless. And I kind of feel like he kept up in farm very well, extremely well actually, but it wasn't up to him. He couldn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I think his solo lane just fell too far behind. High and Balls in particular played very solidly, very well, and Meteos in game one went monstrous and really prevented Reckless from even having an impact in the game.
Yeah, like I would have to put a lot of the credit to the top side of the map. Like Balls, High, and Meteos all played really solidly. Like Balls went back to his comfort pick in Rumble, and is in a matchup that he's really familiar with. Like Renekton vs Rumble is a matchup he played like a ton of times, like just like what Pastry Time said.
Thousands of times? I
yeah,
think
he said thousands of times. And although that's an exaggeration, it's like it really just shows how much experience he has in the matchup. He didn't lose his lane at all, even though he almost got or he's trying to get bullied by Elisa and Renekton combination. He flashed out of that gank. And he just did a really good job surviving, and that's all you could ask for.
And I really thought his equalizers were good this matchup. I think every single equalizer was team fight changing and allowed Cloud9 to make the best of a bad situation. The blue buff that caught both Solways and Cyanide, then in the middle lane when Yellowstar randomly flashes onto him. So very good decision making there from Balls.
Trying to think a bit ahead now, if we see those picks coming out from Cloud9, I feel like a lot of things they picked because they knew they had the edge after that game one. A Fiddlesticks that Meteos likes to play in solo queue, that Rumble for Balls, we know he loves to play it. Are those picks that will stick, you think, as we go further for them?
I'm not sure if they'll stick. I feel like just Fnatic's picks may have allowed C9 to pick those without like too much risk. Like, just going back on what I said about Renekton, where they picked Renekton before the Rumble, and then that's a matchup that Balls is really comfortable with and he favors.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys very much. And with that, the final shot fired. Let's take a look at the standings in the Battle of the Atlantic. That victory by Cloud9. North America wins the fight between the regions, 5 points to 4, even though they only won 2 out of the 5 matches. It looks like Europe will have to find revenge at the All-Star match.
We have bragging rights. We won 3 games, they won in points. Everyone's a winner.
That's something losers would say.
Well, I am sorry, America, for doubting C9. I feel so ashamed right now, and it will never happen again. I always believe in the apple pie.
You're still allowed at the desk, no worries.